to Road Trip to Fire, your source for going on your road trip to financial independence. The world is changing faster than ever. As a techie, I constantly look into what technologies will change the world in the next 10 till 20 years. So, here's part 1 of life-changing technologies you might not see coming: cultured meat. Cultured meat is in a nutshell actually meat grown from a nutshell. Well, not from nutshell, but from lab. I do say actual meat as it doesn't come from plants, but actually comes from growing meat. It might seem like a weird idea at first, but I think it's absolutely brilliant and exactly what our planet needs. And you can help our planet by smashing the like button, by subscribing, and by staying up to date of stories like this one. Farm animals are a huge problem in the EU. They emit more CO2 than all of the EU car park combined. Additionally, they are now grown in mega stables. One mega stable for chicken can contain over 120,000 chickens. This greatly affects the environment around these stables in a very negative way. Apart from the CO2 they produce, you also have animals suffering, drastically changing landscape, huge transport costs, and a large impact on nature areas around them. In Belgium, newspapers regularly write about the side effects. At the same time, this is the only way farmers can survive in a viable way. Did you know 26% of the land is being used by farm animals? And another large portion is actually used to grow crops to feed those farm animals. Imagine we can convert that to forest instead. We could really use this land to finally get back the forest the EU lost hundreds of years ago. It's a real problem that everyone is aware. I admire vegetarians. They are really contributing to the solution. I actually tried to go full vegetarian myself and I managed to keep it up for a year. But I found that for my physical and emotional health it was not the way to go. But of course, we also feed all these animals with huge amounts of antibiotics. This is making sure that bacteria grow more and more resistant against antibiotics, making us more vulnerable to diseases. Cultured meat can solve all these problems without having to cut back on anything. No longer do we need to reserve massive amounts of land for cows or slaughter 45 billion chickens per year. As an additional advantage, it also means that many more types of meat that previously were hard to come by suddenly now become readily available. Want to eat some elephants without slaughtering an elephant? That will now be possible. So, as an investor, I'm always looking for investment opportunities into these groundbreaking technologies. So, what companies do we need to watch? I've been watching Mosa Meat for a few years. They were the first to come up with the concept in Europe. They had their first burger in 2013. Their main focus right now is beef. But apart from Mosa Meat, there's many other companies working on this as well worldwide. For example, Future Meat from Israel. I was convinced that Mosa Meat would be the first to market. However, it seemed that very recently a company called Eat Just, not the same as Just Eat by the way, in Singapore has just beaten them there. Eat Just was before more known for their plant-based egg, but now actually got market approval in Singapore to produce and sell chicken cultured meat. They plan to go to market under the brand of Good Meat. Cultured meat companies do have a challenge ahead. Will it taste good? Will the nutritional composition contain the same protein that makes meat so good be the same in cultured meat? Well, on the taste I will judge as soon as I can. So, what changes are we going to see and when are we going to see it? Cultured meat needs 99% less land, 82 till 96% less water, and emits 87 till 96% less greenhouse gases. So apart from the land problem and the CO2 production, also the water scarcity problem could be solved. Finally, there will be no need to destroy the rainforest to get farmland for animals. In the short run, cultured meat will be much more expensive than old-fashioned meat. However, in the years to come, as production starts to scale, it could actually cost 2 times less than meat from farm animals. Unfortunately, it will also come with loss of jobs in the old ways, as over a billion people work in this industry worldwide. However, we saw this before with upcoming technologies, and always those people find different jobs in different sectors. When is this coming? As it just got market approval, you can already try cultured meat right now. Unfortunately, right now the only place you can try it is the restaurant 1880 in Singapore. It was to be expected that this would be first found in restaurants, as the price is still quite high right now. Good Meat from Eat Just also has a mailing list where you can sign up. Then you will be up to date on when this is coming to the EU, to the US. So, as an investor, how do you invest in this? Well, as I've been following Mosa Meat, this would have been my favorite place to invest in. But they're not listed right now, and it will probably take a few more years until they are. It just came a bit as a surprise to me, and I was happy to learn they're actually preparing for an IPO by the end of 2021. I will be watching this as a hawk, as this is one technology I want to invest in, and not only for financial reasons, but also because I really believe that mankind needs this for a better world. However, while Mosa Meat and Eat Just are not available right now, I did find two other companies where you can invest in now to be part of this upcoming industry. The first one is Meatech 3D Ltd, an Israeli company that had its IPO recently. To my knowledge, it's the only company worldwide that you can invest in that works with this technology. Aside from that, they also orient them differently from the other cultured meat facilities, since they are 3D printing the meat. So far their IPO was not very successful, they're down about 20%, but it doesn't mean they can't have any uptake from here on. Growth stocks did have a difficult time, and it is a growth stock, so who knows, long-term potential could be good in this company. For me, it's just too soon to invest in Meatech right now, but I will be watching this company for sure. Another company I found you can invest in is Argonomics. Argonomics is an investment company that invests in companies that work with this technology. Argonomics has been around for a while, but has only recently seen an upside movement, most likely as we see cultured meat hitting the market in Singapore, for example, but also as cultured meat gets more and more exposure worldwide. If you look at their portfolio, you will buy into a portfolio with investments in 16 companies in this industry. That's not bad. How will investors make money on Argonomics? That will be for next time, as I plan to do a deep dive specifically into this company and its valuation. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date and get that update. Also, you're really helping me with that, so I really appreciate it if you would subscribe, if you would like. Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.